ISP is the International Association of Science Parks and Places of Innovation. This is a network, a global network of various science parks across the world. It has a membership of over 350 members, that is science parks and places of innovations in over 70 countries across the world. ISP has several divisions. It has actually 7 divisions, and one of the divisions is Africa division. And recently there were plans to have change, and I have been elected to be the president of the African division in the ISP. This brings together several science parks in Africa and places of innovation, and those who are ahead of me in the leadership of African division, I'm taking over from Awa Yapani, who is based in Nigeria and the CEO of Abuja Technology Village. And previously also we've had leadership from South Africa and also Namibia. So this time I've been elected to lead the division, and also I'll be able to sit at the international board representing African division at the international board of International Association of Science Parks. The future of startups at Konza Technopolis is very bright. What we see is first, we already got the national data center located at Konza Technopolis. So this being a digital platform will be available to innovators and startups to use because all of them will require a digital platform. So that is one of the advantages and values we will give to startups. The second one is the establishment of the Research Institute here at Konza, the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. This institution will also support the startups, being their linkage to knowledge and linkage to experts, because this is a competitive advantage. As we see the startups from Silicon Valley, they have taken a huge advantage from Stanford, linkage to students, the academia, and all the other stakeholders gives it the ecosystem that is required for startups to thrive. So the Advanced Institute, the National Data Center, are some of the solid platforms that will enable the startups. We are also going to put up an IoT lab here at Konza Technopolis for those who are focused on ICT and to take advantage of an IoT lab to create new ideas and to test their ideas in the Kenyan market. My role at the African division would be to bring together the science parks and the places of innovations in the African division. Some of the activities that we will be having is things like annual conferences. We had one, the African Division annual conference, which we were privileged as Konza Technopolis and Kenya to host, and it was quite very successful. We were able to bring on board various stakeholders to work with us. ISP also is in a consultative status with the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations. So we are able to plug in to other institutions and organizations, including African Union. So we will be able to collaborate with other institutions to see that we advance the growth of science parks across Africa. For the last 3 years, we've engaged our young people from high school, having kids boot camp to share ideas on innovation, engage them to develop new concepts, and also working very closely with the universities. We've also ran some innovation challenges. One of them we did last year, 2020, where we invited people with ideas to innovate and give us proposals on solutions in healthcare, food, work, and over 300 applications were received. And of these, we have 15 of them that were successful and were selected as winners. And currently, we are working together to grow now their businesses. They are now startups, and they are in the journey of growing their startups to the next stage. And what we've seen in the last few months, they've made very significant progress, making achievements both national, regional, and some going even to be recognized at the global level. So we are very excited to see that we are starting to grow now what we call startups from Konza Technopolis as a science park, and also as a country we are making very significant progress in the growth of startups. Knowledge economy is a little bit different from the other economy, like relying on natural resources, oil and all that. But the knowledge economy mainly regards to knowledge gained through exploitation of scientific findings to be able to grow your economy. And science parks are places where experts, scientists, those who are in STEM careers are able to interact and work with all the other professionals to create new knowledge, which is exploited for economic benefits of a country. So Konza Technopolis was created to make a contribution towards our economy, and it's envisioned that Konza will contribute about 2% of the GDP. And a good percentage of this will be creation of new knowledge. And new knowledge is in different areas. It could be on biotechnology space, it could be on digital, ICT, software development, and various applications and new technologies that are coming up, IoT, machine learning, and all these new ideas that can be exploited to create jobs, create value, bring efficiency to how businesses are being ran. And this is the area that we are looking at exploiting. And Kenya taking the leadership of the African division gives us an opportunity to connect more with the rest of Africa and to ensure we can learn from one another, also to ensure that we are able to move faster together as a continent. We at Konza Technopolis are quite happy that now we've made some progress on the infrastructure, and we are going to the next step of actual activities in the spaces of science. And we are setting up a research institute here at Konza, Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. So this is going to make a significant contribution towards the growth of knowledge, and Konza to be indeed a place of innovation and a thriving science park in Africa. The National Association of Science Parks brings together several science parks, and we are able to access all the experts in various science parks. As you know, science parks are more focused on what we call knowledge economy, and Konza Technopolis also is focused in this space with 3 clusters, which is life sciences, ICT and IT-enabled services, and engineering. So for us to be able to thrive, it's important that we remain connected to other similar places of innovation and science parks across the world. Membership to this association brings us that platform to be able to know what's happening amongst all these other science parks across the world, and this will enable us to be able to contribute to the global growth of knowledge economy, and also to be able to create value to our country and ensure that the enterprises, the startups that start in our country are able to grow and also link to global peers and be able to contribute also to the growth of global knowledge economy. At the African division, we are able to work now more jointly to see that we can advance the growth of science parks and places of innovations in our country and across Africa. We as Africa needs to do more, especially in science parks, including building the right infrastructure to ensure that we have the platform to support the growth of scientific knowledge in our country, which includes investment in national laboratories, ensuring we have vibrant science parks and places of innovations across the country and across the continent. So the opportunity to lead Africa enables us as Kenya to connect and to work with all the other science parks across Africa to see that we create value and address the challenges and the problems of our continent, and be able to open more opportunities for our people in terms of exploiting knowledge, creating new knowledge, and ensuring there are startups that can take advantage of the generated knowledge.